on the red team, I've got a feeling that England might be extremely bright at their end of the field, going up against Scotland in the blue. Marky fay up to and wee Dave for the shop and wee Kyle fay down the road. Going up against Deevo Cup of Tea, Bluey Cup of Tea, and Doomsee and Chips. Oh, fantastic stuff. I love it. So here we go. Scotland against England. The two best Rocket League nations in the world going up against each other. And it looks like Scotland are going to start off with a bit of pressure. Not the greatest hit forward by wee Dave, who's sporting the Scotland flag. That's what I like to see. Doomsee and Chips with the clear. Bluey does like to get up high and redirect the ball. And Doomsee, of course, with his little hat. Not the top hat. That's what I'm surprised, is that nobody's got the top hat in the English team. Although, of course, it is quite difficult to see past that. I was sorry about the screen freeze. That does happen the first time that I'm in a game. The very first game of the day does allow that. Oh, and that looks like Killa accidentally centering the ball, but calm stuff from Miztik before he completely beans the dribble. Tries to get the ball forward. Nobody from England actually pressuring that. That's curious to me. Looked like they had some time. Doomsee coming up on top, and Deevo with a big chance. He gets it for the first goal of the international show match. Great pressure coming out from Doomsee. He completely smashes Miztik in that 50-50. What a fake by Deevo. That's incredibly just out-dribbled Marky at the near post. Very well done by him. And looked like crazy with the subscription. Thanks for the support. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. So Scotland off to a bad start here. The favourites, based on community power rankings, are down by a goal against their longtime rivals. Oh no, the ball barely doesn't go in. That would have been a disaster for England. A vicious trundler. Probably, I didn't see who hit that, but I'm going to say it was probably Markydooda, the player in the world who scores the most terrible goals out of any top player. Doomsee knocks it forward for Deevo, and down to Bluey, who actually got the demo in the midfield on Killa. But he can't get anything else out of that attack. That's a good knockdown, or knock up rather, by Killa, wee Kyle. So far Scotland are struggling to get the ball out of their half, and England are getting some good consistent pressure. That's a fantastic save by Scrub. He just got a crossbar pinch to clear that ball. Miztik continues to struggle to get involved. Does wee Dave. For those of you who don't know, Dave is of course Miztik's name. That's a great boost steal. Deevo actually nabbing the Scotland boost in the back corner, but Miztik picks up the other one. Quite a tentative game in the best of 7. They did agree to doing a best of 7. I asked Killa, what do you want to do, best of 7, best of 5? And he said, best of 7, I want a more one-sided scoreline. But he might have to revise his thoughts after... Oh, what a save by wee Kyle. Killa definitely doing a number on England's offense as Marky's dribble gets shut down. But yeah, Scrub went into this match extremely confident, and they're actually down by a goal to start things off. England with consistent pressure. Looks like Marky and co are going to have to rethink their defensive strategy, because right now they're being a little bit too predictable. There we go, a little bit of a pass in the midfield. Should be more difficult for England to deal with, as we see Killa flicking camera at ball cam on and off right there. He's making sure that he keeps track of both the ball and what's in front of him. All of Scotland getting a bit bunched up here. We see them all on the same side of the field, not for the first time. And thanks for the chairs, Poka. Now everybody who's come to watch can sit down. England doing a great job spreading out. But of course this is a best of 7, a long series. Scrub wants to rebound on the double touch. He gets met on the backboard by his teammate Bluey. He was making a boost steal, and now he's going to do something pretty fancy here. Set the ball back to Doomsee and Chips, who gets challenged by wee Kyle fay down the road. These names are so ridiculous. But the game stays 1-0. England have had the majority of the pressure here in their first game. Probably to the surprise of most of our viewers. Although, if you think about it, Killa is definitely a defensive player. And Marky taking up a bit of a more defensive role for Flipside these days. Oh, Scrub and Deevo both giving each other a little bit too much respect, but the ball's still in front of Scotland's net. Doomsee hits the crossbar, and now Marky has to use his own crossbar to get the clear, but he can't get it to a teammate. They're continuing to get pressured into their half. And now they've got a chance, maybe Deevo with a good clear, actually getting the ball over the net. Even if there had been a player from Scotland cheating forward into that position, they would have had nothing. This could be a chance. Oh, Scrub Killa gets him, another dunk by Marky. What a finish. Gets the equaliser. This is all wee Kyle Fay down the road. And then what a read by Marky. Look at that dunking on the double clear. Maybe getting a little bit fortunate, but he did put himself there. And gets the equaliser on actually their 6th shot of the game. So well done by him, but look at that. The shot distribution for England is a lot more even. And we've got a tied game in the first game of the series. This should be a routine clear for Marky, but he hits it straight down. This could be good pressure now for England. That's a fantastic interception by Scrub. Bluey's forced to get up pretty early to challenge that near post shot. And now Scotland trying to take it all. Oh, and Bluey getting on the wrong side of the ball at the near post. That could have been the game right there. But no one from Scotland expecting the ball to make it into the centre. And everybody's panicking now. Kyle. Wee Kyle Fay down the road. Whiffs on his clear. Marky with the camera shake back and forward. We're in overtime in game 1. And now we see wee Kyle again. He's going for the mind game. Gets underneath Bluey, who went too high on the challenge. Luckily for Bluey, Doomsee was there to save his blushes. And now wee Dave, our representative from Dundee, Miztik from Northern Gaming, tries to work the ball at the near post. Bluey with a decent centre, but it looks like wee Kyle sitting pretty deep, so well played by him. By sitting that deep, he does allow himself to be involved in the game, regardless of what kind of cross comes in. He can adjust his car accordingly, because unlike a football player, you can't just turn on the spot if you're in a Rocket League car, because you are indeed a vehicle. Oh, bar down, and nobody's there to rebound it. Great challenge by Scrub, who has definitely been my pick for MVP here, but that's a pass and a half going across the field. Wee Dave couldn't get in the end of that pass from Marky. And decent challenge at the near post. Looks like Scotland are trying to go for a few more ground passes here. Translate the Scottish names for you, please. Well, Fay means for, so that's about all you need to know. Doon is down. Toon is town. I don't know what else you want me to say. Well, that's some more ground passing by Scotland. Marky going for the rebound, gets it centre, and there's the finish by Kyle Fay down the road. Scrub Killa. Definitely my pick for MVP this game. 405 points before the game is even over. He gets the centre ball for Marky's equaliser and the finish for the overtime winner. And that was a great first game. Scotland with a good start. The boys in blue actually winning something. As a Scotsman myself, this is a new feeling for me. You know, watching my national team actually winning is not something that we were able to do until we did see Andy Murray, of course, stepping up in the tennis and winning Wimbledon. But apart from that, there has really been nothing to cheer for if you're a Scotsman. Until now. Now we get to cheer for the national team in Rocket League. Marky Fay Uptown. That's Marky from Uptown, for those of you who don't know. Using Miztik. Oh, the pass from wee Dave for the shop. That's wee Dave from the shop. Those of you who are asking for a translation, that's a fantastic pass. Look at that vision from wee Dave. And Marky with the air roll shot into the top corner. That's an unstoppable finish right there. Doomsee and Chips has got a lot to do right here. Him and his team have got a lot to do. Scotland, their 3rd consecutive goal in the series. They look like they've settled down a lot after struggling to get the ball clear for a long time. And Plums around, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, dude. I appreciate the support. Welcome to the channel. And for anyone who is English or supporting England in chat, you need to start giving these boys your energy, because they are struggling right now against the boys in blue, who are looking completely reinvigorated after that equaliser. It's been one-way traffic for them. Patience from Bluey, gets the dribble, goes for another mind game. He can't get anything out of it though, and his teammates have backed off, kind of left him alone here, but he continues the pressure. What a performance from Bluey, keeping the ball in the Scotland end all by himself. Doomsee and Deevo deciding to try and bait Scotland forward, but it doesn't seem to be working. Marky is getting involved a lot more up front than he did last game. Bluey decides near post is where he wants to be. But again, Marky getting a touch forward to make the ball a little bit awkward for the England squad. But patience from Deevo. He knows that nobody's behind him. Well played by him. And he gets demoed from behind. Marky on the recovery gets the demo. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there. Works in their favor though. Scrub Killa getting forward. Oh, Marky actually flipping out of that aerial. He saw that Miztik was in front of him. Decided to leave it be. And I hear some Spartans. Oh, Spiffy Monkey, thanks for the $10, I believe is what that was. I really appreciate that. I'll make a high quality overlay after this game, if I remember. Oh, that's not the greatest hit. Dave actually gets demoed in the midfield as a punishment for that poor hit. But honestly, England weren't moving forward to capitalize on that play. And patience out of wee Kyle. Scrub Killa. The aptly named wee Kyle is doing very well. Definitely MVP of the match so far. And oh, what a read by Marky, intercepting Deevo's forward hit. Could have been very dangerous if Marky had left that ball in. Not the pop that Kyle was looking for, but he turned off ball cam here. Oh, and Marky on the shadow aerial can't get back behind the ball. Probably his biggest weakness in defense right here is the shadow aerials from Marky. He just can't get under the ball, although it was a good clear. Looked like Scrub and Miztik just getting a little bit too close to each other. And again, a reminder just for those of you who aren't familiar with all these players, wee Kyle is Scrub Killa, Marky is Markydooda, and wee Dave is Miztik of Northern Gaming. And the other, the England squad have all got their real names in their alias, so no confusion there. So my apologies if I start calling people Kyle Scrub Killa, because that is indeed the same player. Doomsee and Chips keeps the ball away from Kyle, who decides to back off. This could lead to some pressure. Oh, Doomsee didn't go up for that. I don't think he expected the high bounce like it came forward. And now some nice interplay. Looks like it's actually going to lead to a goal. Miztik getting on the end of a nice exchange by Scrub Killa. Forward to Marky. And then Doomsee can't get the clear that he was looking for. Actually centers the ball for Miztik. Not what he was trying to do. 2-1 is the lead for Scotland in Game 2. Looking to double up on their lead and make all of my English viewers extremely sad and make me very happy. Because like I said, I finally get to watch Scotland win something. Oh my goodness, that post actually coming to the rescue there for Scotland. Marky not sure about committing forward to this. Oh, Doomsee's completely beamed it, but it looks like he did trip up Marky, or Marky would have been away. The clears are not looking as good this game for England. They're actually just going to leave the ball in the middle of the field. Well done, Bluey actually stepping up right there. Gets the awkward aerial to safety. And, you know, don't forget, guys, these players are all top rated players in Europe. Oh, Doomsee with the post hit. He had all the time in the world. He did so well getting it forward, and he had the open net, but he rushed the shot. And now we get to see Miztik up for a hit. The ceiling again comes to the rescue for Scotland, and Doomsee this time will secure the open goal. This is all Bluey getting the win on the... Oh, it's actually Deevo getting the win on the 50-50, and then Doomsee moving forward. Fantastic pass by Bluey to equalize the game. And Doomsee redeeming himself after missing one open net. He didn't miss the second one. Will Deevo be able to step up? He's been a bit quiet so far. Has Deevo, the RLCS Week 1 MVP, according to myself, for all that, if that means anything. Yeah, Doomsee has been causing some problems for Scotland. Bluey actually looking like the most reliable defender for the England team. And meanwhile, Scrub Killa has just been hard carrying Scotland, although Marky stepping up after a pretty quiet game 1, or at least a quiet start to game 1. Wee Dave getting the ball up high, but Deevo has read it perfectly. Very fortunate for Scotland that Doomsee couldn't get on the end of that. That could have been a goal for Doomsee, who has a knack for getting forward into awkward positions. Wee Kyle trying to get the ball center. That's actually going to go into the middle for Marky, but he doesn't commit forward. He sees wee Kyle and wee Dave in front of him. Marky actually with the Jazer impression coming almost off the ceiling and nearly putting that reverse aerial in. Oh, sorry, it was Miztik actually. That's why he was upside down. See, Marky doesn't like flying backwards. Miztik though has no problems flying backwards. Are we going to see a second overtime? Yes, we are. Second overtime. Not what I expected. I thought Scotland were going to start strong, but it looks like England are here to play as well. Wee Dave trying to knock the ball down to Wee Kyle. He does so. Now Marky, will he commit forward? He decides not to. Probably a wise decision. Bluey looking pretty reliable from that position. Now Deevo gets a chance to get involved. Doomsee, as usual, in the middle, gets the 50-50 on the ball. And that's actually going to go middle for Doomsee again. So Deevo gets the setup. And then it's all Doomsee. Look at this recovery. Actually, honestly, not the cleanest recovery, but it was fast enough. I expected to see a clean recovery right there from Doomsee, but it didn't matter. He was first to the ball, first on the scene, and that's tied up the series. Comeback victory for England to tie it up. Let me make a fantastic overlay. Bang. Look at this. High quality, only the highest quality production at twitch.tv/JohnnyBoy_I. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Couldn't have done better myself. That's tied it up though. Very interesting series. We're down to a best of 5 now. If the first 2 games in the best of 7 go 1 to each team in the very first international show match. I believe it's the first international show match in Rocket League. Though I'm not 100% sure on that one. Let me move that. There we go. Oh, fake kickoff from Scotland. Marky tries to knock it forward to, or Wee Dave rather, tries to knock it forward to Marky. These guys, their names keep swapping positions. It's really annoying. Especially when they're not using their real names. It's so hard for me as the spectator and the cameraman. The Scotland are doing a pretty good job. Wee Kyle tries to get the ball into the middle. Oh, what a hit forward! It's just going to dip in! What a finish! Goal of the series so far. Wee Kyle getting the clear, and then he's almost completely underneath the ball. But nothing that Doomsee can do. He just looks in absolute dismay as the ball goes barred down and into the net from the 13-year-old from Edinburgh. What a finish by him. Definitely, for me, MVP of the series so far, but we have a long way to go. Oh, and Wee Kyle, he's at it again, gets a hard win on a challenge in the midfield. Look at this guy. Can he be stopped at this point? Just hesitation out of Deevo. Wee Kyle comes in, snipes the open net across the field. Brilliant clear by him. He's got 2 goals in almost just over 30 seconds, neither of which are assisted. Just solo effort from Killa at the moment, showing us why he is the best player who can't compete in RLCS. Oh, and the steal coming out from Scrub for his hat-trick. He gets the steal on Miztik's breakaway. That was actually a very bad challenge coming out of Deevo. Look at that early dodge by Kyle to get the hat-trick. Of course, that one was all Miztik on the breakaway and a bit of a misplay from Bluey. Scotland are on an absolute tear to start off game 3. They're not happy with their loss in game 2. They want to win all the games from here on in. And another good shot comes off the crossbar for Killa. Deevo with the recovery. Can't get under the ball though, no clear. Doomsee has demoed Killa, so the pressure from Scotland is not as great as it would be otherwise. And Bluey actually catches Killa off guard, but Marky was there to make sure that nothing dangerous happened. Doomsee, or Deevo rather, taking Miztik out of the game. I just realized, I think Deevo's real name is Dave, and we have Miztik's real name is also Dave, so we have Dave against Dave in in Scotland versus England, obviously. Obviously Scotland versus England would produce the Dave versus Dave matchup. Although maybe Deevo's name isn't actually Dave, I think it is. I mean, if I was called Dave, I'd name my alias Deevo. And the aforementioned, there he is in the back. He's been called upon once again to do some defensive work for England. They've got to do a lot more than defensive work this game. Come back 3-0 is the score. And Wee Kyle continues his reign of terror. Probably at the moment the most feared 1v1 player in the world. He, of course, did beat Marky, his longtime rival, the last time that they played in a show match. And most people do think that Marky and Scrub are the 2 best players, so if Scrub is able to beat Marky, surely that makes him the best 1v1 player. But he's showing that he's not just a 1v1 one-trick pony. This guy is being first to almost every ball in the midfield, but actually misses there uncharacteristically. Let Doomsee step in. Bluey tried to get the ball up the wall, but he couldn't get it the way he wanted. Nice jump, actually, dodging the demo and the exit from Killa. England are really struggling to get the ball clear. That's a decent follow-up by Deevo. He did well to read what his teammate was doing there. Bluey now trying to work it forward, but a bit predictable. Goes up the wall. Scrubkilla sees what he's trying to do. England continue their pretty solid offensive rotation, but not quite so much in the way of individual plays coming out from them. I think all of the England goals have come from pressure, whereas we've had a couple of individual plays, mostly from Scrubkilla. He has been the difference between the two teams at the moment. Must be pretty handy for Marky and Miztik to just sit back and watch Scrub absolutely demolish the England squad almost single-handedly. But of course Marky's used to getting carried, as he has been playing with Cuxer for his entire 3v3 Rocket League career. Almost. Of course, those of you who remember Teeny Weemy before that, he was just getting carried by Woody. So I mean, Marky is just very used to getting carried. That's a good offload by Marky to wee Dave. I'm not actually sure why. I'm not sure if how tall Miztik is, if he's a wee man, like his name would suggest. Overhits the cross a little bit. Marky can't get around the ball. A great read. Scrub in the right place. He can't get the shot he wanted though. But and he can't get the pinch cross either. Couple of missed hits by Scrubkilla. It probably won't matter though, because they've actually kept the sheet clean. It said it could be done. Oh, and there's the play coming out from Miztik. What a rebound by him. 4-0 for Scotland. Look at that rebound. What a play coming out from Miztik. That's actually a fantastic rebound. You know, a close range shot, but to read that bounce as well as he did is not easy. Not at all easy. And at this point it's just a matter of, will England be able to get a goal in the remaining time? I think if they get completely shut out this game, it could be a very bad sign. But of course, Doomsee does play for Supersonic Avengers. He's very used to getting shut out and having to come back in the next game. As Scotland continue to pressure, this time wee Dave getting the centre ball, and it looks like Scrubkilla able to get on the end of it. Good finish, but the passing play is coming out from Scotland. I wonder if we're going to see a fake kickoff here. I'm definitely expecting one. There it is. We've got Miztik at the back. He doesn't get the best hit, but the ceiling is going to come into play as Scrubkilla gets the ball into the crossbar. And England are really struggling. They're going to have to change something going into the next game. I think a bit quicker to the midfield plays, because right now Scrubkilla is utterly dominating everything in the midfield. Utterly dominating the midfield. The ball does drop. 5-0. Crushing victory by Scotland to double their amount of wins in the series. They're up 2-1. 2-1 in favour of the boys in blue. Look at this shot total. We've got 15 shots by Scotland, 3 for England. Not what you want to see if you're an England fan. And now Doomsee and Chips, definitely the mental leader, the hype man, probably the team captain for these guys as the oldest in the team. That's when you know you're in trouble, when Doomsee's the team captain. And he's got to come up with a game plan. I'm just kidding. Of course, Doomsee's a good friend of mine. That's the only reason that I have a bit of banter. Lovely guy. And a great Rocket League player. Oh, Bluey can't get this awkward ball away. And Scrubkilla picking up right where he left off. You see Bluey, he's trying to get the boost and make a hit on the ball, but he saw Scrubkilla out the corner of his eye, and that just made him panic at the near post. He just completely missed the ball. And Kyle Faye Doontoon is on an absolute rampage right now. Oh, he accidentally belly flops the ball, and now he's trying to recover, but his car's all over the place. And Marky playing the anchor role. Looks like they've swapped things up. We saw Scrubkilla sitting deep to start things off for Scotland, and they were really struggling to get the ball clear, but now Marky has decided to sit back, let Scrub go wild in the midfield, and Scrub is showing us why he's one of the best, if not the very best 1-versus-1 player in the world. I think for me, he is the single best challenger of the ball in the game right now. He makes it so difficult for people to get the ball past him, does the young Scotsman. And Marky, one of the best players at reading the play. He's been showing up on his weaknesses defensively, and now he's just making himself very difficult to get past. Oh, and there's more offensive pressure by Scrubkilla, and Miztik showing more rebound capabilities. Not the greatest touch. Bluey has to be called into question yet again for his defensive play right here. He started off the series pretty reliably, but now he's falling apart. He's absolutely falling apart right here, is Bluey. Not an easy touch, the one he tried to go for. We do see both members of the Scottish team going for the same boost. But Killa is just everywhere. England just can't clear the ball past this guy. He is all over the place. Tries to go for the bump, but Deevo actually just drove straight under him. Oh my goodness, England are under pressure. Yet again, Marky sitting deep, playing the anchor role so well ever since that close game 1 and 2. Marky's been sitting back, just letting Miztik and Killa do all of the challenges and the rebounds, and he's just cleaning up everything that comes through. And that's another great passing play. Deevo's there to get the save on this occasion. Oh, but he can't get the clear, luckily. Nobody was there for Scotland. And the England are just all over the place at the moment. Bluey again being called upon in defense, but there's only so much he can do. He's all alone. He's all alone at the back. Has a really awkward save to make, and then he gets on the wrong side of the 50-50. Miztik centering the ball to Killa. And we've got Scotland 3-0 coming off the back of a 5-0 victory. They've actually scored the last 9 goals in this series of Scotland. Oh, and Bluey can't get over the ball, but looks like they're going to continue the pressure. England throwing everybody forward at this one. I don't disagree with that strategy at this point. They really need to try something different. Take Scotland by surprise. This could be what they need. There's the breakaway goal. Doomsee gets one back for the men south of the border. There's a great hit forward by Bluey. He actually used Miztik's car against him. And now Killa goes for his patented kickoff, but he gets a little bit too far around it. Doomsee and Miztik go for a second 50-50 in the air. And Scrub continues to be first to almost every ball. The consecutive wins that this guy's able to get is just causing so much problem for the English team. Just look at that, Miztik and Scrub just going up for the ball again and again. And Marky, he's not trying to overcommit. He's very happy to sit back. He's very happy to sit back. This is just looking like pretty textbook stuff from Scotland right now. The pressure is looking so much better for them than it did in the first game. Especially the start of the first game, England were looking like the better of the two teams, teamwork-wise. Oh, what a save by Deevo. The ball did get shot straight at him, and another save, this time Doomsee and Chips coming up big for his team. And we do see Bluey trying his best to get the ball clear. He does get it over Marky. Uncharacteristic misplay coming out from Marky in defense. But we see the entirety of the Scottish team have rotated back to help their captain, the Marky of the Duda variety. Oh, and everybody's up, nobody hits it. It's looking pretty desperate for... Oh, that could help them. Oh, the defensive misplay coming out from Marky. He just clobbers wee Dave in his pretty little face. Look at that. What a misplay coming out from Marky. He just slammed Miztik out the net. And then he's really given England a fighting chance at the end of this game. It was not looking good for them. It was not looking good for them at all. But suddenly, they're within one. They did score the past 2 goals, and that could be a rattling goal to lose for Marky especially. Not a good defensive rotation by him. Going straight into his teammate. Now Bluey and Deevo and Doomsee all getting involved. Looks like their attack has been broken down just as soon as it began. And Miztik trying to make things as awkward as possible. Now Marky, look, he's not going to commit in for this till he knows that he's got a solid hit. He's just going to sit back, play this one safe. He probably doesn't trust Miztik at the back. Miztik would tell you himself he's not the most reliable defensive player, but he's definitely a player who knows how to create threats and attack. Oh, what a save by Miztik. He comes up clutch right there. Oh my goodness, the clear. Gonna come off the crossbar, and what a read by Deevo. Crucial that he got a touch on that ball. And now Bluey gets us hit on that ball, but Killa with the save. The fact that these guys' names are all the same length is making this so difficult to cast. But England really need a goal so badly. They can't go 3-1 down in this best of 7. Deevo does well to keep up the ball, but looks like it's going to go grounded. Bluey and Doomsee out of position to get this ball at the midfield, and that could have been the save of the game right there. Killa again the MVP. And Scotland, let me just update the what's it called again? The Mobile One High Performance Overlay. There we go. Let me just update the Mobile One High Performance Overlay for you guys. So Scotland are within one game of taking the series. They are winning 3-1. And this is probably what I expected, but if they can take it 4-1, that's more one-sided than I would have thought. I would have predicted 4-2 in favor of Scotland, if I'm honest with you. And actually, good patience coming out from Killa. Gets denied by the crossbar though, and probably the worst way for that ball to come off the crossbar if you're a Scotland fan. The ball coming so hard down off the crossbar that it hits the ground and then goes above the crossbar again in front of the net. Almost impossible angle for Miztik on the rebound. It looks like Bluey's getting involved in the wrong direction. He's made this extremely awkward for Deevo. Oh, and a bump from wee Dave. Miztik actually bumped Deevo across the goal. But Marky very, very safe in the retreat. This is, you know, a huge stylistic change for Marky after Mike left flipside. He has turned into such a fantastic defensive player, and all of a sudden, the turnaround. Look at that pass from Killa. Thank goodness that Miztik didn't get on the end of it, and Deevo completely taken out of the game. He just got blindsided by that pass. Cross field by Killa. Spotted Marky open on the left, and you see how it's so effective when you can change the direction of the ball, moving it from defense. One pass, one shot, one goal, and 1-0 for Scotland. Well, not a good hit forward by Marky. Looks like Deevo is shadowing though, luckily for Marky. Oh, and Marky actually moving in for the ball. When Scrub was closer, it was probably Marky's ball. But they do get away with it, and Scrub's going to go for a rebound. Looks like he's all out of boost though, so he can't follow up. Unfortunately for him, he would have probably had that rebound. And Marky with the pass down. Dave giving away possession, but gets a good bump on Deevo. And now we do see the rest of his team coming forward. Deevo with another shot. And Marky, oh, again he's been foiled by the shadow flying. The overhead clear. Marky definitely needing to work on this because he should be saving this. A player of his caliber. He barely missed on it, to be fair to him. He barely missed, but that's, for me, definitely Marky's biggest weakness in defense, is his overhead clearing ability when he's not facing the ball. He really struggles to get that ball, not only safe for the goal, but safe of the incoming attackers as well. That's actually a decent read on Bluey's clear by Miztik, actually giving Scotland some pressure. Oh, but he's missed on the hit, and that's given Doomsee a chance to get the ball high and over the net. And now Doomsee moving forward. He's looking for mid boost. He can't get it though. This could be bad for Doomsee. He's looking for the boost scraps, but oh my goodness, this shot by Killa. Continuing his offensive performance. Feels backflip in the midfield, but there's nobody there for England. Where's the England defense? Scrub actually backflipping by mistake in the midfield and still gets up first to the ball, uncontested, mind you. Completely uncontested, and Miztik with a high pass. Killa is going to go up first, and the ball is going to come off the backboard. Oh, Marky could have had that, but he did not trust Scrub to get out the way. That could have been 3-1 very, very easily for Scotland, but Bluey gets away with it, and now he's looking to pressure in the midfield. England desperately needing something out of this. 2 men up. Deevo misses the net, and now wee Dave on the counter. Waits for the bounce, but he can't get it on target. Oh, and that's a crucial save by Doomsee, but he can't get it away from Marky. Comes in for the high percentage play. He's not going to miss this one, is Markydooda. Oh, we did see Bluey actually. He was contesting Killa at the near post. So Doomsee needed to get that ball to safety. As soon as it bounced off the wall into the middle, goal. 9 times out of 10 for Scotland. They're looking to completely shut out their rivals. 4-1 would be the score in this best of 7 if the score remains as is. And right now it's not looking like England have got an answer for Killa's midfield presence. And they've not looked threatening. The only way that they've threatened Marky is when they hit the ball high into the crossbar, or like an arcing shot into the net. We've seen Marky get caught out a few times, but everything else he's been able to read pretty well. There, another time that the ball's going to get arcing high over the goal. This time Marky tries to pinch clear the ball, misses on it, and that's straight in from Bluey. Oh, it was Killa put it in. Unfortunately for Killa, that's actually very, very good for Bluey that he got that ball to arc into the middle as he did. If you can bounce the ball off that curve just like that, it's so difficult for the defender because your ball cam just goes crazy. Oh, what a pass by Scrub Killa! How does he do it? You are kidding me! All while in the air. Scrub Killa got bumped into that aerial. He recovered and centers the ball while in the air. Calculated pass by Scrub Killa. Undoubtedly MVP of the series right here. Although a shout out to Marky's almost reliable defending. When he doesn't have to fly backwards, Marky's looked great. But that pass from Scrub Killa was out of this world. I can't believe he recovered and actually got that ball into the middle. He got bumped into the aerial, for goodness sake. That's amazing. But who would have thought that Marky would be the defensive player for this team? I bet if I asked most of you guys, you would have all said Scrub Killa for the defensive player. But no, Marky has decided to send Scrub Killa up the pitch. A great move tactically when we look at the difference between the start of game 1 and what we're seeing right now. Scrub Killa's midfield presence has been the deciding factor. Marky actually going for a block. Or rather, Scrub Killa going for an aerial block, but defender misses it. Bluey cup of tea off the ceiling. That's probably where Jazer takes his cups of tea. I think probably a ceiling guy. On the triple whiff coming in. Everybody is missing now. Apart from Scrub Killa continuing to be relevant and good clear by Marky. Or no, that was Miztik in fact. My apologies. Miztik coming in defensively for his team. 30 seconds left. England need 2 goals to stay in the series. They're pressuring Scotland into their half. But pressure does not mean much if you can't score. That's a good hit by Bluey, and he's going for the rebound. Oh! Doomsee comes in and hits the crossbar. I think Bluey had that. I really think Bluey had that rebound if Doomsee hadn't come in and nabbed it into the crossbar. And now England with the impossible task. 2 goals, 5 seconds to do it. It's not going to happen. And that means Scotland, champions of the Rocket League World Cup Invitational. I think that's what I'll call it. 4 games to 1. I'll just update the Mobile One high performance overlay to reflect the final score. Congratulations to Scotland, the world champions of Rocket League international show matches. Undefeated are Scotland, and England continue their 100% loss record. They've never won an international show match series, and they're really going to struggle. Doomsee, time to drown in my tears and tea. Or drown my tears in my tea. But really big thanks to all of these guys for coming out. I just asked them all yesterday if they wanted to play, and they all said yes. But now they're surprisingly all able to wake up on time. I thought Marky was going to sleep in, but they were able to do it. World Cup, I invited 2 countries. Yeah, I invited the best countries. I invited all the best countries. I think we can all agree that Scotland and England are the best Rocket League nations. The home nations. But Scrub Killa, MVP for sure. That was a fantastic performance by him. Miztik had some good rebounds, so shout out to Miztik for probably rebound of the series. And passing plays in the midfield definitely in favour of Scotland as well. The GGs, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I saw a lot of people asking for a co-caster, but I thought I'm not going to overcomplicate things. I'm just going to keep it rolling smoothly because I didn't want to break the flow of the show match. Just want to make it as easy as possible for the players because they've given up their time to put on this show for you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was good fun. And Scotland, of course, as a Scotsman myself, I can't say I'm disappointed with the result. I'm very happy to congratulate my countrymen in their victory over the greatest rivalry in the world. The greatest rivalry in the world. So GG's. Now for Wales to make a showing. Pulsar, are you from Wales? I know Tinny's from Wales. I think the only countries that would be able to challenge Scotland at the moment, as we just saw a pretty crushing victory over England, I think the only countries who would have any chance is, what does Bluey want to do? Oh, he's just giving me crates. Oh, thanks, Bluey. Oh, what a cutie pie. He's giving me 3 crates of the Champions 2 variety. Thanks, man. Yeah, USA. Nah, I don't think USA. Well, See, Kings of Urban, Sad Junior's Canadian, so that would be a big hit to their roster. USA, the best team USA could put up would probably be it would probably be Exodus. But if you had to do like only maximum one player from each team just to make it interesting, if you had to make it one player from each team to make it interesting, I would probably say Garrett, Jacob, Darkfire maybe, or Pluto, perhaps. That would be a pretty good team. Garrett, Jacob, and Darkfire, I'd say. Yeah, Germany, they would put up a pretty good fight. I think Germany, Snaski is not German, but ELMP, Pashi, and you've got a couple of options for your third German player. That would be a pretty good team. Germany would be a good team. I'd say Siki would be the best option for your third player. Siki, ELMP, and Pashi. That would be a decent team. You've got Denmark. Those boys actually play together quite a lot. There's Snaski, Maestro, and Ash. They're not the best roster on paper. Most of you won't even know who Ash is, but yeah, Espeon would be a good shout for North America as well, to be honest. Espeon would be a decent shout. Or even Gambit, honestly. Gambit's just so good. He's a monster. Canada, JNaps, are you Canadian? Because you could get Lachinio Sad Jr., and if you're Canadian JNaps, I'd put you in the team as well. But I don't think you'd have much of a chance against the European overlords. You've got, yeah, Maestro, Ash, Snaski, pretty good Danish team. Greasy, probably Torix and Sniper Kid for Norway. That would be a decent team. You could have Remco, Dogu, and probably Violent Panda for Netherlands. That would be a decent team. Mm, France would be a decent team. You could have Chaussette, K-Dop, and I mean Dadu, I guess, or Tequilas. I mean Chaussette, Tequilas, Dadu, that is a team. They're actually a team. And they're all French. But K-Dop, you'd have to put K-Dop in the French team for me. He's a great player. I forgot Gibbs for USA. I know, how dare I forget Gibbs. Vogan Kappa Lull, yeah. Jesse Lull. Yeah, Jesse's not been having much success recently after his fourth place at the RLCS LAN and his LAN victory. Mout better than Chaussette. Oh yeah, Mout's French. Okay, so if you had to pick different people from different, there are three people from different teams. You could pick Mout and K-Dop and Chaussette maybe. And then Italy, you could get Cux a team. I asked Cux who he would pick, and he said he would pick MX22 and Lamix. So there's an Italian team, but it would be basically the Cux carry show. Skyline and Stocky are both Swiss, and Repix is also Swiss, so that could be a Swiss team. I don't know if there's anybody else from Switzerland who are better. Mike Rules would probably put together a decent team for Ireland. I mean, he nearly carried Pod and Spoonie to the RLCS LAN. Oh yeah, Killer number 7 is Italian. But I asked Cux who he would pick. I'd let Cux captain the team. And he said he would pick MX22 and Lamix. Who else is there? I mean, Spain, the Valencia team is Spanish, but they've not had any success in online tournaments, so they probably wouldn't do very well. Sweden, since X3MW disappeared from the scene, probably wouldn't do very well, despite having Turbo Pulsa a lot. Flarkey, they'd be alright, but I don't think they'd be very high up the rankings. I need to make what happen? Get a show Tourney of Nations. Well, I only organized this one just to see what you guys thought. I wanted to get your guys' feedback on the international show match to see what if you guys like it, we could probably do more of them. X3MW is coming back. Hey, I'm excited. I hope he does well. X3MW is Swedish, yeah. But I'd say Scotland over all of them. I think Scotland are probably the rank 1 team, because you've got Marky from the best team in the world, Miztik from the second best team in the world, and Killa, the best player who's not old enough to play in RLCS. So it's probably do more. I don't know who else is about. I don't know who's about for international show matches. Remco's online. Dogu's online. I don't know if Scotland want to play against another country. They are the defending champions. I don't know if Scotland want to play again. We could probably find another country for Scotland to smash. Scrubber, you guys wanting to smash someone else 4-0? Just to show how amazing Scotland are. We could get a USA team. That would be good. We'll smash USA on US East just to remind people that online EU greater than NA. Am I right? Belgium. Who's I don't know who's in Belgium. Marks and scrims. All right, so no more Scotland for tonight. No more Scotland. Yeah, see, setting dates and stuff just makes things clash. Like doing things last minute. I prefer to just do things last minute. It feels more, I don't know, it feels more special to just last minute organize something and be like, oh, by the way, we've got this fantastic show match for you guys. And then people are like, oh, cool, I like this. Get Canada, Derek, Squishy, Sad, Latch, and JNaps. The fact that you've put Derek's name alongside Squishy, Sad, Latch, and JNaps is an insult to the last four people in that list. That's embarrassing. Is Derek the fifth best Canadian player? That's not good news for Canada. Although, let's see. I'd probably say, is Squishy Canadian? I'd say, yeah. You'd probably want Squishy, JNaps, and Lachinio these days. Sad Junior has not looked like the best player in King's Bourbon. He'd be all right though. I think you could have a decent showing, Sad Junior. The thing about Sad Junior is he does know how to make things difficult for the other team, but he's not very reliable defensively. So you'd need to have reliable defensive players. Sid is Canadian. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Sid would be good then. Easily latch Sad Sid. No, easily. I mean, Squishy and JNaps are probably both just as good as Sad Junior and Sid, if not better. Especially JNaps. I mean, I'm not just saying that because he's in the chat, but come on. It's not easily Lachinio, Sad, and Hot Wheel Sid if you've got JNaps to pick as well. JNaps is doing very well these days. Canada versus Canada. Would you reckon we could do a Canada? I don't know who's online for Canada. Canada versus USA. Well, that would be a pretty fun one. That would be a pretty fun one to do. Canada versus US. J Dimes and J Naps. Yeah, yeah. That's probably what I meant, right? Germany would be Pashi Siki Killer number seven. No way, dude. It would be Pashi Siki ELMP. ELMP from Supersonic Avengers, who are now known as Reunited. He is German. He's the best German player probably right now. ELMP. I'd say ELMP is the best German player. Remove the scoreboard? Nah, dude, I like the scoreboard. Scotland 4, England 1. I can never get tired of seeing that. I can never get tired of seeing that. Netherlands versus Belgium. I don't know who plays for Belgium, but Netherlands would probably smash them. I don't know who's on. We got Garrett G. Let's see if is Garrett doing anything. Yeah, he'd be in my pick for the American team alongside Jacob. Like I would want to put on if I'm doing a show match like this, I want it to be the best players from any given region. I would want it to be the best players from any given region, not just anybody. So I'm not gonna do this like, with some randoms playing. A true thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, dude. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate that. Main menu, no gameplay. Pro player names must be a Johnny stream. That's what I mean. That's what I'm all about, guys. That's what I'm all about. Cronovi, Lachinio, and Squishy. Nah, dude. I would say the best three American players right now is between well, Garrett and Jacob are my top two, and then third is either Darkfire or somebody from Genesis. Pluto says Espion's the best player in Genesis right now, so I'll go with that. Oh yeah, Rizzo as well. Actually, yeah, Rizzo. Okay, that's my top five. I'll say any three from Espion, Rizzo, Darkfire, Garrett G, and Jacob. That's your American team right there. Or Gambit, just because Gambit's probably still one of the best players in America. You change my best players every week. That's because the best player changes every week, because they play every week. Somebody might be a top player one week and then they have a bad week, so they go down. Zane Jackie's so good. Yeah, Zane Jackie's probably top 10 in North America. Why don't we do EU versus NA? Because we want a close game. We want a close game. If Scotland beat England 4-1, they'd beat any American team 4-0, I think. Especially if we picked it three players from different teams. Because Marky, Scrub, and Miztik, none of them are from the same team. Deevo Bluey, Doomsee, all of them are from different teams as well. So. Do I think Brazil would win against anybody? No. No, they wouldn't. Well, I mean, they'd have a chance against, like, the weaker countries like USA, but they wouldn't have much of a chance against most people. USA are definitely better than England? I don't think so. Doomsey, Bluey, Devo is a very good team. Bluey and Devo have been teammates in the past. I would put my money on England against USA, probably. Unless you got literally Garrett, Jacob, and probably Rizzo. Actually, no, Darkfire. Yeah, Darkfire. I would say, yeah, it's hard to pick between Rizzo and Darkfire. Hmm. Maybe I think Rizzo might be better. You could even take Fireburner in there because you need somebody who's good defensively for USA. Oh, it's Jacob Arel, Jacob O'Neill. What up, dude? We're theory crafting a USA international team, and I'm saying if I was the captain, I'd pick you. I'd pick Jacob and Garrett, and then somebody who I think would complement Jacob and Garrett. And I think Rizzo would not be a bad fit. Rizzo would not be a bad fit. Oh wait, I heard a noise there. What was that noise? I just completely blanked on that noise. Oh, it was all rounder. Thanks for the chairs, dude. Another 100 chairs. I'm collecting chairs for a stadium. I don't know. What do you reckon, Jacob? If you had to pick two teammates who are both American and neither of them are on your team, well, I mean, Sad's Canadian, but you're not allowed to pick Fireburner. Who would you pick? You've got to pick two people. They both have to be from different teams, and neither of them are allowed to be from Kings of Urban. Who would you pick for your American International All-Stars team? Rizzo, Gambit, Garrett? Yeah, that's not a bad team. I would put my money on them against a lot of countries. Do I know Devo's camera settings? Nope, and nor do I care. North Korea team, all Kim Jong Un, all Kim, the Lord and Savior. Yeah, Gibbs, and Giblet would be the best American team. Where's the games? We're just theory crafting, dude. When's the next patch? I think it was half past yesterday. Yeah, the best Norwegian team would be Greasy, Torix, and Sniper Kid, probably. Okay, at least Jacob agrees with me. Garrett and someone else. Yeah, that's what I said. I said Jacob, Garrett, and someone would be the best American team. Because I think Jacob and Garrett are the best two in America right now, for me. Jacob, Garrett, and someone. And that someone's probably Rizzo Espion or Darkfire. Cast some 1v1s in the meantime. I could do. I don't know who wants to play.